There are so many amazing towns all within the Philadelphia metro area, but there are definitely some towns that I get asked about a lot more than others, and this town is one of them. So why is Westchester, Pennsylvania, the college town, so popular other than just the college? Why do people love living here? What is there to do? What's the cost of living? And also some of the major cons of living in Westchester as well. We're gonna go over all of this right now. Let's get started. I'm Corey Benhart, your Philadelphia metro area realtor. I would love to help you find your perfect home. All of my contact information is below. Let's get started with the first pro of living in Westchester, which is the location. Westchester is located in Chester County, which is one of the 4 counties that make up the Philadelphia suburbs and that surround the city of Philly. Westchester is right around an hour from Center City, Philadelphia, around 2.5 hours from New York City, and around 2 hours from not just the Pocono Mountains, but also 2 hours from the beautiful Jersey Shore as well. Moving on to the next pro of living in Westchester, which is the downtown area. Downtown Westchester offers plenty of options for restaurants, bars, shopping, boutiques, cafes, etc. There is some incredible walkability in downtown Westchester. Plus, this town has a pretty good sized college university right in the center of town. So there is a lot of bars and restaurants that cater to the college crowd as well. So whether you're looking for a very lively bar or just more of a low-key setting for the nights or weekends, Westchester certainly has both types of the different nightlife options. Some of the bars can get pretty lively on the weekends due to the university, but if you end up moving here and don't want to be around that type of environment, there are plenty of areas where you can buy a house that is nowhere near the university or the nightlife environment. Speaking of things to do, another pro of Westchester is that there's just always something going on. It is very, very hard to be bored if you live in Westchester. Besides the nightlife, Westchester also offers tons of different events such as yoga, karaoke, bingo, and so much more. And also, speaking of events, there's not just those type of events, but also the very popular annual holiday events as well, such as the annual tree lighting ceremony, the annual toy drive, photos with Santa, the Hanukkah at Courthouse celebration, and so many more incredible events and things to do all year long. The next very important pro of living in Westchester is the school district. According to niche.com, Westchester Area School District is rated the 20th best district in all of Pennsylvania out of 500 total districts. It's rated an A+ overall with an A+ for academics, sports, and college prep. The district was ranked the 3rd best in Chester County, not just the individual schools, but for the total population of kids at Westchester Area Public School District. The student-to-teacher ratio is below the national average at 15:1. Some other quick ratings that have to do with this school district are that it is the 213th best school district in the country for student athletes, the 79th best school district to teach out of 497 total districts, and there are so many more ratings. Another pro besides the public school district that also has to do with education is that there is a very popular and well-known college right there in town, Westchester University. So if you have a college-age child, it might be great that you could move to Westchester and your child could go to the college and you could all really be living all in one town. Westchester University is a campus of over 380 acres right near downtown Westchester. This university is popular for not just those that live in Pennsylvania, but also very popular for those students that are moving from out of state as well. Speaking of both multiple acres and downtown Westchester, the outdoor activities in this town are incredible. I find that most towns either have an incredible downtown walkability feel with restaurants, dining, bars, etc., or great nature and tons of hiking trails and walking and biking and parks for the kids and the dogs and all of that. But luckily, Westchester is one of those towns that have both of those great options. Whether you want to walk the dog, go for a hike, go for a run, go for a bike ride, go fishing, swim, or just enjoy a quiet picnic, there are plenty of options for you to enjoy all of those outdoor activities here in Westchester. So now let's get into some of the cons of living in Westchester, starting with the cost of living. According to bestplaces.net, if the entire US has a cost basis of 100, Westchester's cost of living is 19.6 points above the national average and 26.4 points higher than the Pennsylvania average. The average price of a home in Westchester is $555,000, and that includes everything from a small condo up to a multi-million-dollar home and everything in between. So keep that in mind because depending on what type of home you're looking for, that average price point will drastically change. Just to give you a better idea of what $555,000 will get you here in Westchester, overall it looks like there's a good amount of townhomes and single families. There's a good mix, and those homes are ranging from 1,500 to 2,500 square feet. So now let's go over just the overall general costs so that you know what kind of the everyday costs will look like if you end up moving here to Westchester. If the entire country is 100, Westchester has a grocery score of 110.1, a health score of 105.5, a housing score of 166.2, a utility score of 111.4, and then the only category that is under the national average is a score of 94.3 for transportation, and then a miscellaneous category score of 132.1. So depending on where you're moving from in the state or in the world to Pennsylvania, and more specifically if you're moving to Westchester, these prices could seem drastically overpriced or it could be extremely affordable. It just really depends on where you're moving from. Of course, there are all different towns and price points within the Philadelphia suburbs, ranging from 100,000 to well over $1 million. So it really depends on your personal price point and your personal budget. So before we get into the other cons of Westchester, if you're thinking about making the move to Westchester, or if this town doesn't match what you're looking for, I would love to help you find a home anywhere within the Philadelphia metro area. All of my contact information is below. And now let's get over to the next con of living in Westchester. So the next con that we cannot miss talking about is the parking and traffic in this town. So two of the most popular and desired things about Westchester is the college and the downtown. And unfortunately, both of those things attract a lot of people, which means a lot of cars. And therefore, traffic can be pretty horrible, especially during rush hour and on the weekends when people both come into downtown Westchester to enjoy everything that it has to offer. But also when, say, family from out of state or out of town come in to visit their college student, and they also will bring in more traffic and overall congestion. So with all of the cars and all of these people that come into Westchester on a nightly or weekend basis, that also means that traffic can be pretty brutal with all of the commuters as well. So keep in mind that both the traffic and the parking can be pretty bad. So kind of take that into account if you're planning on coming to visit Westchester. So this next con, not many people might even think about, and that is the nightlife. I know we already talked about a little bit of it, but now we're just going to dive a little deeper how it could be a major con for some people. So it's no secret that college kids like to party and be loud and be a little rowdy at times. So if you're thinking about buying a home that is close to the university or close to downtown Westchester area, it's very likely that nights and weekends might be a little noisy. But if you're looking to move into Westchester and you want to be far away from any noise or any type of college or downtown environment, that is certainly doable. There are plenty of residential neighborhoods that are very quiet as opposed to the downtown Westchester area. So another con of living in Westchester could be the congestion. If you're looking for a town that offers a very quiet suburban feel where there's acres upon acres and farms and fields and tons of space, well, Westchester might not be the best town for you. We certainly might be able to help you find a home in Westchester that has a good amount of space, but if you want acres between you and your neighbor, it's very unlikely that we could find that here in Westchester because it is a very popular town with close to 20,000 residents. So whether you want to live in a lively downtown such as Westchester or more of a quiet suburban feel, I would love to help you find your perfect home and help you find the perfect area that might match exactly what you're looking for here in the Philadelphia suburbs. All of my contact information is below, and I look forward to seeing you over on this next video.